First thing that comes to mind when you think about Sharmila is how bright she is, very intelligent, and that really shines through in everything she does. When you look at her career, she is not only an excellent physician, but she's also been very involved in research. So she's done a lot of different work in the field of general surgery to advance the field of general surgeries. Her role as the chair of surgery sounds like, well, you know, she's a chair, okay. But in surgery, that's typically a guy's field. It can be a very difficult field for women just to even be in. And she's excelled at the leadership of other surgeons, which is not an easy task. And she's done that because of her integrity. People trust her, believe what she says, and she follows through on what she says. No one has a doubt she's going to do it. The other kind of cliche about surgeons is that they're rough to be around. You know, they're maybe very skilled, and she is, but she also is very skilled at communicating. She has a good personality. She's easy to talk to, and that's a special trait in someone who has as much in the skill side to have that much in the personal and communication side. She sees issues in the community that are important issues, like for instance Komen and breast cancer. In surgery, she's close to that area of treatment of patients with breast cancer, and so I'm amazed by the number of things that she does. Amazing that someone can have that degree of activity in the community when one is such a very busy professional. She always has a smile on her face. She is an amazing lady, and she's achieved a lot in a short time. There's a lot more in her future that she will achieve, I believe. She's on a great path, and I think you'll hear more from her in the future for sure. Sharmila deserves this award because of her integrity. There is no doubt that she's going to do everything she can for her patients to help them. And often she has to take charge of a situation because you got a patient who's been injured in a trauma. If I were in that situation as a patient, I would definitely want to look up and see her standing there to take care of me.
Nominated by UMC Health System and Texas Tech Health Sciences Center School of Medicine, the 2017 Award in Medicine is presented to Dr. Sharmila Dissanaike. Introducing Dr. Dissanaike on behalf of UMC Health System is Dr. Stephen Berg, and the award is presented by Lori Rice Spearman, Academy Member 2012.
On behalf of the Texas Tech University Health Science Center School of Medicine and University Medical Center, I'm very pleased to introduce Dr. Sharmila Dissanaike, the chair of the Texas Tech School of Medicine, Department of Surgery. I had the pleasure of appointing her to the chair in December of 2015 because of her outstanding leadership qualities and lengthy list of accomplishments in patient care, having completed several thousand surgeries, in teaching several hundred residents, and developing a national reputation in research. She is a credit to our profession and our community. And when you're the chair of surgery for the School of Medicine in one of its largest departments, you've got to be really bold. Please welcome Dr. Sharmila Dissanaike.
Well, thank you all. I'm so glad Dr. Hicks adjusted the mic to just the short person level. I think that's why they had us go one after the other. So firstly, I need to thank so many people, but I'm going to start with Ms. Sandy Ogletree from UMC Foundation, who nominated me, as well as the other wonderful people in the foundation. I go there a lot, not just for the candy that they always have, but because they do a lot of good work and help raise a lot of money for some very deserving causes, and we couldn't do what we do without them. I very much want to thank Mr. David Allison, Mr. Mark Vanderberg, and Dr. Mike Reagan from UMC. That made me blush. Now I'll have to be really nice to you forever, but thank you. And many others at UMC who have really helped me do the things I do. I couldn't do it without that partnership. I also very much want to thank the people from the Texas Tech Dean's Office, Dr. Burke, of course, but also the Department of Surgery. And some of them are here today, and the entire department. Nothing can really be achieved that's worth achieving by one person, and I could not do what I do, if not for definitely some of the people at the table over there, but also from colleagues and collaborators that really make my work not seem like work at all. I have a special thank you to my husband, of course, without whom I couldn't do this, without whom I wouldn't be in Lubbock in the first place. Like many people who move to Lubbock, he lured me here by marriage, and then Lubbock grows on you and you stay. And I'm glad he did, but could not do it without him. My only regret today is that my mother did not live to be here. She and my father have always been my most ardent supporters. My father is alive, but he's in Sri Lanka. And if you look on the globe, it's a really long commute, so it just wasn't practical for him to be here for that. But what they taught me, I definitely would not be here today without those two individuals. And they instilled in me and my sister, from a very young age, value of education. We were told that this was our job. Just like they went to work, us going to school was our job. And there was really no options about it. You were getting an education. Delayed gratification, generosity, and really high moral standards and integrity. And it's funny that Dr. Reagan mentioned that, because absolutely. I still remember the time that my father was leaving one job. We traveled a lot as a child, when I was a child, and through a glitch in the bank account, there was several $1,000s still left in the account when he would draw the final thing from the ATM that he, of course, could have taken. And I was a little child and said, oh, they were going to give you money and you didn't take it? And I still remember the lecture I got on that one about how that was stealing, and it doesn't matter if you're stealing from a machine, you're still stealing from people somewhere. And that was absolutely the values I was raised with, and I would not be here without that. For the younger people in this room today, and I was happy to see a lot of them, these may sound very old-fashioned, but the reason that those values have stood the test of time is because there really are no shortcuts in life, and the older people know this, because you can go somewhere twice as fast, but you have to work twice as hard or twice as smart. And the only way to do that is if you really believe that the work that you're doing is truly intrinsically meaningful and worthwhile. And to me, what that means is that it is helping improve the lives of others, or helping others in some way, maybe small, but some way, and allowing me to grow and develop. To me, those are the criteria, and if either one of those are met, then that work is meaningful. And the benefit of going through life that way, where you look at every day as did it meet those criteria, is that even the setbacks and the obstacles are simply challenges and opportunities, because there's really nothing that you cannot not learn from. I am incredibly fortunate because I do have the best job in the world. It is intrinsically rewarding and so varied that I will go from the boardroom to the operating room to the classroom in one morning. That video was filmed between 7:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. on a Monday morning. None of it was staged, so all of that really happened in less than 3 hours. And so one thing, I may get tired, but I will never get bored. So thank you all for this incredible honor. It really is a highlight of my career, and I very much appreciate all of you.